Hi everyone, I'm Marlow.
Hi.
And this is my sidekick, Chris.
Sidekick.
Thanks for
All-time
joining
favorite.
us. Yeah, I know, he loves it when I say
All-time
that.
favorite.
Oh well. So today we are going to share with you 5 important money lessons that we've learned the hard way, and we're sharing them with you so that you can learn from our lessons. We do share these concepts in our book, Couples Money, and I also included a link to the blog where I expand on these 5 things. So if you miss something, you can go to the blog and read our blog. So the first thing, the first important money lesson is respecting money. It's probably...
Oh, yes,
He's singing Aretha Franklin. I don't know if
singing
he
lots
caught
of
that.
songs this morning.
He has. So yeah, he just broke out into Aretha.
Oh, yes,
Wow, we're a little cuckoo this morning. It's good in a good sort of way. I think it's the weather. But anyways, probably
Or
one
it's
of
the liquor.
Yeah, I know. We have not started drinking yet, and we're like this. But so respect is probably one of the most important but most overlooked concepts about wealth. And it's respect of your money, and other people's money, no matter how small. And I mean, wouldn't you say that we've learned, I mean, we've seen example after example of this one, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I just remember a couple things, like in T. Harv Ekker's book, basically, until you start managing the money you have now well, you won't see anymore. And I used to have drawers full of change, which some people just are like, well, that's not that big a deal. And they always think it's something big, but it's always something small. And I remember I read that and we were really having challenges. I'm like, all right, I'm going to respect it. So, I gathered up all the change. I mean, we still have the jar in your office, and I put, Felton Financial Freedom Fund sticky note on it, and I started respecting dollars, and then you found out from interviewing, I think the wealthiest person in our book, where a lot of people are like, oh, it's just $5, oh, it's just $10. I mean, that's just a lack of respect.
Right. Yeah. If I hear someone say, oh, it's just $20 or it's just $10 or whatever, I know that person isn't respecting money. They're not thinking about money properly. Really, really important concept. So if you catch yourself doing that, please stop yourself because, it's not the big things. It's all the little nickel and dime, so to speak, stuff that really adds up. So it's important to respect money, your money, and other people's money. So what that means is that, when you see somebody else, like someone else that has something, or, thinking, oh, that person makes plenty of money, they can afford to, pay my, for my drink or my meal or whatever it is. So lack of respect for other people's money is important too, because it's really just a direct reflection of your own worthiness of money. So saying they don't deserve it, or their money is important, they don't deserve it, is really a reflection of you.
Money likes to be appreciated.
Yes, it sure does. Same as
big deal. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the second important money lesson that we learned was gratitude.
Aretha Franklin sang a song about that.
No, she didn't.
G-R-A-T-I-T-U-D.
No, Aretha Franklin did not sing a song.
I know what it means to me. G-R-A. I have to look at it.
Oh my God, G-R-A-T-I-T.
Now I know why she didn't pick gratitude to sing that song.
She sang respect instead of gratitude because it was much
She
easier.
probably started with gratitude.
Yeah,
she was like,
she did. She probably did. And it's like, no, forget that. We're doing respect.
She's like, God, jeez.
Anyway, but so why is gratitude important?
Why is it important?
Why is gratitude important?
Oh, Jesus, that's...
I mean, I know we could talk about it for
4-hour
hours.
seminar. I mean, for multitudes of reasons, is people like to be around grateful people. So, whatever you're going to do to increase your income and become successful, it's going to be buying through people. And so, you know, grateful people, you always want to be around people that appreciate, people that are grateful. And most people kind of delay their gratitude and their appreciation, and they put their life on a layaway plan. But it's just, you know, what you put out comes back. I mean, and you know, left brain recovered CPA here, like, you know, that stuff didn't make sense to me. It was like, oh, you just got to work hard and it'll eventually show up. But, you know, what you put out as far as emotions and that which you take action through and appreciation and gratitude. And I don't know how the magic formula works, but that state of it is, you know, it's the ultimate state of receivership, I think, as Joe Dispenza calls it, appreciation and gratitude. So this is one, I mean, I don't have this dialed in 100% because one of the mistakes you can make, especially if you're an entrepreneur like we are, and you got big goals and you're going after things and all that, you know, sometimes you can forget, right? You make the things you're going after more important than what you have, and that's kind of a recipe for failure. And so this is, I have gratitude reminders around me all the time because I have to be pulled out of the future and the striving of a goal back into this. So this is the aristocrat of all emotions, I think, is somebody said that.
Oh, very well put,
the
honey.
Aristocrat of all emotions.
Honey, that was...
That's why Aretha Franklin sang a song about it.
No, she didn't. Anyway, but gratitude is... We're cracking ourselves up here. So gratitude is one of the easiest ways for you to shift your thinking. Oftentimes people think, wow, how do I make a big emotional shift? Well, it starts with the little things and really just taking an inventory every day of everything that you're grateful for in that moment, you know, really helps you shift your mentality and shifting your focus. And if you shift your focus, you can change your life. So it's really one of the easiest, simplest first steps to take is to just, you know, be grateful and come up with a gratitude list.
Plus, you need energy to make your life work. I mean,
and it raises your energy.
If you're going to get free financially and go after what it is that you want, you got to have energy. And, you know, being, what was that, Eeyore? Little Eeyore.
Eeyore, yeah, the
little droopy.
The droopy donkey on Winnie the Pooh. Is that who you're talking
donkey?
about? I think he was a donkey, wasn't he?
We're pulling stuff.
We don't know, really.
We got Aretha
so let
Franklin,
us know.
We got
Pooh,
we got Eeyore.
Winnie the Pooh.
Anyway, the appreciation and gratitude is going to actually raise your emotions, and positively you're going to want to take action and do more things when you're coming from a higher vibration.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So the third important money lesson.
I'm not doing Aretha Franklin with this one.
Yeah, please don't.
It'd take a long time.
It would. So the third important money lesson is that when we realize that little amounts did matter, meaning small amounts of money, and when we had our financial transformation, it was a game of inches and not miles. We'd never had any huge windfall during that time frame. It was all small amounts cared for and focusing on every small amount. So if we saved an extra $50 that week, it didn't matter. It went on the spreadsheet, and we knew that we were $50 closer to our goal and dream. So think of it that way, that any amount, $1, $10, it doesn't matter. Any amount in the right direction, it makes you closer, it brings you closer to your goals and dreams. So, you know that it's not the windfalls. It's not, I mean, very few people really become financially independent because they had some huge financial event that brought this windfall into their life. It's really more of a series of much smaller wins that create that big win. Right?
Yes, dear.
Don't sing Aretha Franklin again. Okay, so the fourth important money lesson is that it's not what you earn, it's what you keep.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, and there is a huge misconception out there. I run into it all the time. We do with our financial services business. We run into people that think because they earn a lot of money that they are wealthy. Well, unfortunately, that's not how it works. Yeah. Honey, that's funny. But it's about what you keep. Right?
Well, no, I mean, I had this, and I got, friends and clients that they have a running story in their head. They'll just like, I'll just make more. And I met with a couple, this was a few years ago, and this guy got his income up to $1 million a year. Never made like less than $400,000 or $500,000. And because he could always make more, he just made stupid decision after stupid decision after stupid decision, and had almost no net worth. And they had to sell their house and downsize. And it's the 2 or 3 or 4 conversations going on in your brain that we never pull out and like examine that's driving us. But I can't tell you how many like really competent, smart, professional people that were just really good at what they do, and they had zero net worth to show for it because they had this running story in their head that, I'll just make more. I mean, I had that for a long time.
Yeah. I'll
just make more. I don't really need to care about it now. I'll just if I do something stupid, I'll just make up for it. So no big deal. I'll just do something stupid now. And, whew, that's a crazy.
Yeah. Well, and the key there is your net worth, and many people, are delusional about, their financial situation because maybe they're making a lot of money and they're able to pay their bills and everything. But, what is that really doing to secure their financial future for when they can't work, or, if they have a dip in their income, and, the list goes on of why that's important. And that's why we always encourage people to track your net worth. It's the truest indicator of your financial health, and that would be your assets minus your liabilities. And we track that religiously because we know that is the truest indicator of our financial health, and how incredibly important that is. Many people overlook that, which really kind of ties into the 5th money lesson, and that is to keep your eye on the ball. So I knew there was something else coming. Don't literally keep your eye on the ball, but keep your eye on the ball. So what we mean,
keep both eyes.
Yeah, keep both eyes on the ball, meaning know your numbers. Yeah. Know where you're tracking financially, and know where you are in relation to your goals, short term and long term.
If you're going into Shark Tank.
That's right. You would not go on Shark Tank without knowing your numbers.
You had to present your financial position to Mark Cuban.
Yeah, and you shouldn't go through life not knowing your numbers, because it's just that important. So you need to know your net worth, and you need to know where you're tracking. Are you veering off course? Is your net worth tracking at the same pace as it was, a year ago, 2 years ago? Has it leveled off? Is it dipping? Are you in a negative cash flow situation? Just a variety of things you really should know. And then also knowing where you are in relation to your goals. So are you on track to reach your year-end goal? Are you on track to reach your 5-year, your 10-year goals? You have to know your numbers and know where you are in relation to your financial goals and dreams. And so that's the 5th important money lesson that we've learned, is to keep your eye or your eyes on the ball, know your numbers, and know where you're at.
Yeah, guys, this stuff's not hard. Like, it's not hard to do. It's just easier not to do it.
Yeah,
right?
True.
So
like so many things,
it's all focus stuff. This isn't brains, talent. It has nothing to do with that. I've met talented people that they didn't focus on any of this stuff and they were broke, and I've met people that you're like, you're worth what? And they just had a focus and it was a priority in their life. So anybody can do this. Right.
Yeah, so let me recap our 5 important money lessons that we've learned about money. And honey, what's the first one? R-E-S-P-C-T. Here comes Aretha Franklin again. So the first money lesson is to respect money. And Chris, break it out into Aretha Franklin. Wow, okay. And the second money lesson is gratitude, which is harder to sing Aretha Franklin to gratitude.
But
Respect
that
is
was the first one she wanted to sing, and she,
right. But gratitude is,
so then
is
she
the second.
She switched to respect.
Is the second money lesson.
She just couldn't sing it well.
Very important cornerstone of prosperity is gratitude. The third money lesson is little amounts do matter. It's a game of inches and not miles. And the fourth money lesson is it's not what you earn, it's what you keep. You have to keep your eye on your net worth and know where you're tracking, which is the fifth money lesson, which is keep your eye on the ball. Know your numbers, know where you're tracking and according to your net worth and your financial goals and dreams. So if you would like to read our blog, I've included a link so you can just read the full blog that I've included on these 5 important money lessons. We've learned them the hard way, and we're sharing them with you so that you can be financially independent. And hopefully you've learned from our 5 money lessons. And one thing you learned is that Chris is not very good at singing Aretha Franklin songs.
But the Little River Band.
Oh no. Okay,
Can't talk about the Little River
no,
Band.
we're done. Okay, so nighty
Anyone
night.
that's a fan of Little River Band, just hit us back with your
Yeah.
favorite song.
Yeah, let us know your favorite Little River Band. If you don't know who the Little River Band is,
Marlow started singing it last night based on 8 tracks when she was a kid. And so
yeah, you're
it's
under
in my
45
head.
if you don't know who the Little River. Honey, stop. Okay, all right. We're delirious, so we're done. Read my blog, The 5 Important Money Lessons. Thanks for joining
Thank you.
us, and we'll see you next time.